All right, y'all. So this is a better time than it ever is going to be for me to sit and do a 2-week update video. I know I do a lot of shorts. It's where a lot of my viewers and a lot of my subscribers come from, are my shorts, because they genuinely love my dogs. But it's also important for me to introduce myself and make you more familiar with me and the way that I do things, the way that I breed, the way that I prioritize my dogs and my camp. So I'm Loki. That's at least my Jamie Foxx, Eric Bishop moniker. Most people will know me by that, but I am the owner and founder of M-Line Bullies, Millie. We are a platform based in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where we specifically focus on breeding temperament and health into our American bullies. Our priority is family dogs. We want to get our dogs to families, not breeders. So if you are ever interested in a dog, please reach out. Unfortunately, with this litter, since we only had 2 pups, and we're moving on from mom after this, at least that's the current plan. She's such a great mom though. She makes me want to run her back, but we're gonna get her spayed and retired to a nice family. If anyone is interested in her in Osiris, and you got lots of space, lots of land, or just a nice living arrangement, and you'll keep her until she's gone. Just to be clear, I want a home that's gonna keep her till she's gone. I don't care if the landlord says you can't have her anymore. I don't care if you get sick and you can't. I want someone who's gonna be willing to keep this baby and care for this baby until she's no longer here. So that's the standard, just to be clear. And no, she will not be free, because if I give away a free dog, you won't value the dog. But she's a wonderful dog. She's a wonderful mom. She's very caring, very sweet. She loves people, animals, kids, and she acts a little tough too. Like if she hears somebody knock on your door, she'll bark. She'll let you know they're there. But once they get in, it's all you. She ain't gonna do no protection work. But you know, those are the dogs that I prefer. She's really like that. Back to what I was saying. Since we only had 2 pups, we'll be keeping both. Obviously, if I had more than 2, I can't keep an entire litter, because that's just not fair to the dogs and it's unreasonable. But we're moving forward in our peg, getting our generation 3 here. And we're going to be going to our first in-house breeding in the next generation, or the next generation after that. I've been having my eye on a boy named Baroque that I'm really considering studying to, just because he's so healthy, he's so intelligent, he knows so many different things, and he's titled in so many different things. I really want to bring that into my program before I close my own stud books and I start only taking my dogs back to my own dogs before I eventually need an outcross. So these last 2 weeks, today is the 2nd Monday from when they were born, and it's been a ride. I'm happy to be out of the woods. I'm no longer waking up every 2 hours for feedings, because they can make it. And on top of that, she's such a great mom that even when I had to, she was always in here, and I had to just wake up to check in on her and make sure she was good, make sure she had water, make sure that she ate, and to make sure that the puppies were consistently put on the nipple at the same time, as opposed to them just finding their ways to her. Finding their ways to her is a great way to be supplemental, but in my opinion, it isn't the way that you should do in the first 1 to 2 weeks, because you don't really know who's eating and who's not. You need to be monitoring who's gaining weight and who's not. And yes, you can do that with a scale, but it's also good to see how they are actually acting on the nipple, because you'll end up having puppies that are fading and you won't even know it. So around day 5 and 6, they were both fading pretty aggressively. It was the one day where in this entire whelp that I had to go away for business, and I had someone taking care of them. You'll see her on the channel. She's always by my side with these dogs, helping me out. I don't know how she feels about being on camera or anything. She really likes. We also have a bull called Buddha the Bully, and she really focuses on keeping his content just him, from what she says. So I'm the type where I want you to develop a relationship with me as well as my dogs, because then as these dogs get older, go to homes and phase out, you'll still be here to, either learn from me, learn with me, see the way that I've grown over the years, all of that. And this is where I've been for the last 2 weeks. That's why I seem so comfortable. I've been in this whelping box. Got a baby on this side, got a big baby on this side, and a baby on her side. And yeah, we are going through this journey almost out of the woods. Week 3 is when I'm the most comfortable with, considering that the puppies made it out of the danger zone. And even now, I'm about to remove these rails because they're getting so tall and so big and fat that they can't really navigate past or underneath the rails safely without having to move mom. So day 5 and 4, week 1, they were fading. I wish I could have got it on camera, because I know y'all love controversy and that'll make y'all click, but I was more concerned with getting my puppies back to good health. They were literally limp, like I could pick them up and they just fall, and they were like that suddenly for about 12 hours or something. It was very scary. I had to pull out all of the tricks out of my bag and nurse them back to health. One of the tricks that I used, I took a honey, not raw honey, because dogs can't have raw honey. These puppies can. For xylitol or whatever, I don't know what the compound is, but regular honey, store-bought honey, you can take a little small dab on your finger and you could put it inside of their gums, rub it on their gum line, and that spike of sugar will increase their glucose levels, and it'll give them the energy to be able to push through and push forward. You could also do that with sugar water, half sugar, mix it up, take a syringe, like a small 1 millimeter to 3 millimeter syringe, and just put it on the side of their cheeks. Don't put the syringe in the center of their mouth, because you'll put so much in it that they'll choke. Put it on the side of their gums and just slowly administer it there. And then as they go, you'll notice they'll start eating it. She's eating their mom right now. And yeah, if not for that, and also what I did was, I think they were like pre-hypothermic. I don't know why, but I don't think that they were warm enough. Even though, in my opinion, these puppies don't need to be as warm as you think they need to be. This heating lamp wasn't placed where it needed to be placed, and I wasn't here. So thank God that I got here in time to be able to recover them, because that would have been a terrible loss. But they were really, I think, pre-hypoglycemic. So I took them out, put them inside of our incubator box that you've seen on our shorts. If you go back a couple of weeks, you'll see that we used my breeder supply incubator care unit from Love My Pups. Shout out to him. He always gives great advice. You can call him literally and he'll pick up. You can text him and he'll literally call you if you don't call him, and he'll give you advice. Granted, he don't owe you anything. It's not mandated by him. And I'm sure sometimes he gets busy. But for the most part, he's very responsive, very pleasant to deal with. His son is amazing, handles the business wonderfully. So shout out to them. I highly recommend you buy one of those. Now, while I don't recommend you buy it to use it during the first 1-2 weeks, it is something that you can do that for. If you don't have an inside incubator, like I don't have yet, I do plan on buying one, but I just don't want to buy the cheap one. I want to buy the $1,800 one, because that's just the type of person that I am. That has the oxygen and the humidity built into it. But that one is a great option for when you're on the road. Let's say your C-section happens 2 hours away, 3 hours away, an hour away. That'll get you, it'll take care of you. They give you a connection that can plug into a car port to keep the heat going. It'll automatically program to whatever you set it, up to like 90 degrees Fahrenheit, but it's measured in Celsius, so it'll be like 30 or 32 degrees Celsius on the side of the box with a little digital display. Highly recommend it. Maybe I'll do a review in case someone's interested in a short. But that honestly is probably what saved us in conjunction with this heating lamp. I had them inside the incubator on the bottom, and then I put this heating lamp directly above it. And I just warmed them up. I overwarmed them up, because even though they were cold and they were really limp, when I took their temperatures, they were like 103, 104, 102. And puppies aren't supposed to be that high in temperature until they're in like week 4 or 5 or 3 or something. Like their internal temperature when they're first born is supposed to be like 97 or 98 degrees. They were well above that. So they had fevers. But even knowing that they had a fever, I needed them to sweat that out. So days 4 and 5 were our roughest days. They didn't gain any weight. Besides the girl, she's been consistently gaining weight, but They literally dipped in weight, and it was very concerning. Always measure your puppies with a little scale. Measure in ounces. You can measure in grams too, but I prefer ounces. And once they get to a certain weight, over 2-3 pounds, then you start measuring in pounds. But knowing those incremental changes in the first 3 weeks is important. And I think that's what saved us. Putting the little dab of honey and then put him in that incubator with the heat lamp on top. And I just had him in there for a full 24 hours, just heated up. And honestly, you probably want to see the action right here, because there's these little babies right there. There's a baby right there doing baby things. Yeah. Let's see if you can still see my head. All right. Either way. Maybe I'll just go down lower. So either way, after we got past that rough patch, it's been a breeze, and now we're cruising. And I wanted to create some content, a quick little video for y'all to just be able to have a long form post for me. I am a cinematographer by trade. That's what I do for work. So if y'all notice me not wanting to do edits, that is why I do it for a living. So I really got to make myself do the other things. You'll notice a couple videos be posted from before this benchmark, like older videos that I just haven't posted or haven't edited yet. Just to give you more content to look at. I need to get my watch hours up. YouTube is doing crazy things come January or February, and we need to be monetized before that happens, because I don't know. We won't have another litter for another 1.5, 2 years once these puppies get of age. So I know y'all love puppies. That's why I'm taking advantage of this now. Please share, please subscribe. I know people hate when we ask to subscribe. I am not that type of dude to just be asking for subscribers, so I have to make myself be that type of person. Every subscription makes a difference. Every like makes a difference. And you know why it makes a difference? Because that allows us to have a platform that's growing. And when people see that other people follow me and listen to the advice that I give, or listen to the mistakes that I made, or listen to the cosigns that I get for content creators who are doing great things and teaching great things, it honestly gives me more credibility. And the more credibility that I have, the more I can make an effective change in this space. There's a lot of breeders right now in the YouTube space that are terrible. Absolute garbage. They do terrible things with their dogs. They aren't ethical with their dogs. They don't take care of their dogs. They don't genetically test to know what they're doing with their dogs. They're breeding dogs that can't breathe, dogs that can't walk. And they're just cycling through dogs, because they don't care how long they live. That half the time they're breeding dogs that live 3 years. So that's why you never hear about bad stories about the dogs, is because the dogs have been dead. It's terrible. And I want to make a big change in that. Now, I'm not sure how much of a scientist I will become on this platform. Shout out to those who go the extra mile and do the things that they need to do to educate the community. But I do learn things that I will share. All of the L's that I've taken, the $50,000+ that I've spent in my breeding program, I'm here for the long haul. I plan on breeding these dogs over the period of my lifetime and creating a genuine line of dogs, as opposed to just constantly seeing a hot, popular dog and then breeding to that dog, and the next generation breeding to that dog, and the next generation because you're never going to develop a line if you're constantly outcrossing. I don't care who the ABKC or BRC national winners are. If they don't make sense for my program with some type of lineage that links back to the blood that I'm already using, it just doesn't make sense for me to constantly outcross. But right now, we're early in our camp in the first few generations to where we have to outcross, because I'm not going to start inbreeding or line breeding heavily of my own blood until I start seeing the things that I want for my own dogs, which we're starting to see. If you look at Buddha, the golden Buddha, if you look at him, he has the craziest fronts that you will ever see on an American bully. No matter how you stand him, no matter how you stack him, you could toss him over, flip him. When he stands up, his feet are going to be straight. And we stumbled across that. But he also has flaws. Every dog has flaws. And in order for me to make that look at him consistent, I need to create another dog that I feel confident taking him to, and hope that we get a genetically clear version of him that's better in the front and in the rear. So that's just a little bit of insight. I don't want to keep y'all here too long. I know there are some people out there that are just like me, that just like to hear people talk about dogs. I'm a person that just likes to hear people talk about dogs.
I really don't care who the content creator is. I don't care what the content necessarily is about for long times or at length. But if it's talking about dogs, even if I already know the information, I just like hearing people talk about dogs. So hopefully you guys come to me for that type of thing and you stick around for however long you stick around. More to come from Imline. Definitely show us some love. Leave a comment. Even if it's hate. Even if it's hate. We got a short right now that has 125,000 views of just her trying to get back to her puppies. For some reason, people think that I'm keeping her away from her babies. It's crazy. But it's clicks. Like, I have to keep her away from her babies at some points. Why? Because she doesn't take care of herself. She won't eat. She won't drink. And in order for her to make milk for herself, she has to take care of herself. She can't be in here all the time. You know? And whenever she leaves, she goes to pee, she goes to eat, and then she wants to rush back. But sometimes, no, I gotta let her milk build back up. I gotta let her get a rest, take a nap, sit in some AC. There's no AC in here. These pups can't be around AC. You know, she'll be in here panting. Nah. Right, girl? Right, girl? She's a good mom, though. But yeah, Imline out. Subscribe, please. It's free. Please. It helps me a lot. I'd appreciate it if you did. I will definitely reply to comments. And for those that be talking shit, I will get on your ass. It's all love, though.